What up, y'all? It's One Sir Grove. That's right. OSGOE, One Sir Grovey D, aka Grandmaster Grove. This is Casting 495 Celebrities Worldwide, C4CW. Yo, man, if you're fucking a real true fan, then you already fucking know that I and we, that's I/we, 495, as a whole, as an organization, as a nation, we most definitely, that's most def, i.e. most definitely motherfucking appreciate you. For real though. And you know that, if you're a true fan. Today is one of those Mondays in September out here in the East, where it's the 23rd of September, to be exact, of the year 2019, date of origin 8100. So, looking at that fourth coordinate that is in fact continuous for multi-dimensional, multi-space, interplanetary, interdimensional advance. Yo, man, it's just a little too warm today, man. It's just one of those fucking days where it's a little too warm. Too many stupid-ass, unending, never-ending road projects. Oh, wait, hold on. This one where they had this one by the highway. For whatever reason, oddly, it's not here today. But you can see the fucking cones and shit. I mean, they got to get their paychecks. No disrespect to anyone trying to get his or her paycheck. But you know what I'm saying? Too many fucking road projects ongoing at the same time, which just doesn't make any kind of fucking sense. Because I know mathematically, one or more of them has to be a fucking scam. I'm just saying, man. A lot of slush funds, a lot of black budgets, a lot of faked up shit, contrived, manufactured, staged the fuck up, i.e. rigged. So, on the topic of the secret space program for interdimensional exploration, similar to what you would find in the movie Interstellar, which I'm assuming is based on a real thing that happened. I'm just saying, man, we explore hyperspace, and of course the government pretends like we, doesn't, we don't, it's us. I mean, you just gotta put it all together, man. All the pieces of the puzzle. So what prompted me to hit record, because I didn't cast that much this weekend. I was busy checking out this story on Tekashi 6ix9ine. You're probably like, what? Really? That took priority? Yeah, it did. That's a big story, man. That's one, man, in terms of rap hip hop, that's one of the biggest fucking stories since NWA, Tupac and Biggie. I mean, and any rap beef that there's ever been. Because, man, it's not just Tekashi 6ix9ine and the Nine Trey Gangsta Bloods. Man, the rap hip hop police, man, they are on the fucking beat. They are on the move. They're looking at, you know how like 9/11 was a pretext? It was all a fucking ruse for expanded police powers. You know what I'm saying? Because I know you do, even if you say you don't. So, on some false flag type shit, some Operation Northwoods type shit that actually got carried out on 9/11. When you look at the rap hip-hop police and how they're moving right now, when you apply the optics to the shit, man, you can see that with these new modern technologies that the terrestrial government has developed, because ETs, man, that actually control shit, the shadow government, they've always had the shit that was created fucking zillions of eons ago. But I'm talking about the terrestrial government that's here. Man, they're getting carried away with the surveillance, man. They're like, fuck it, let's go George Orwell to the max, ramp it up, hit the throttle, let's go. And man, they're going after everyone. And what's so surreal about it is it doesn't really have anything to do with Tekashi per se, like pointing fingers and saying that person, because they already knew the shit. They're just like, yo, what we'll do is when he mentions some shit that we already knew, then the public will understand, yup, that's right. We're going after the Brims. Yep, that's right. We're going after Cardi B. Yep, that's right. And I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that she's part of this gang or that gang because, you know, she said that she's whatever she is and he said that she's whatever she is. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying that they're going after the Nine Treys. They're going after the Brims. They're going after, according, you know, to what I'm seeing, I believe this is the case. They're going to go after Trippie Redd and a bunch of other fucking people, man. And then from Trippie Redd and Cardi B, right? And Jim Jones, it's just going to expand in the span tree. You know the span tree? Like union find algorithm? You know what I mean? Like 1 point, you know, to many points, one to many relationships, like correlation. You know that graph, man. When you look at that graph, man, and all those connecting points, oh my God, man, they're going to go after pretty much every fucking buddy that they can. And a lot of these rappers, man, are giving them tips to corroborate what they already knew and what they already suspected. Man, listen, you've got cats on goddamn social media telling everything. You know why? Because a lot of these cats have so much pride and they have such disdain for the government that they just figure they've done so much dirt and they assume that the government knows anyway. So they want to talk really hard and let you know all the crimes that they did. You know, a lot of them. I mean, just a lot of them, man. I mean, man, go and check out Snow Billy, man. Snow Billy. Listen to like 10, I mean, they're not all long videos, but listen to like 10 fucking videos by Snow Billy, and you will be fucking entertained. And at the same time, floored, like, wow. Like, fucking wow. I mean, look, man, in one interview, in one show, in one presentation, in one video, man, he says Tekashi 6ix9ine shot him, man. I mean, look, bro, I mean, I heard it for myself. Like, Snow Billy said and says, like, I mean, listen, he says that Tekashi 6ix9ine was one of two shooters. So I'm like, wow. And Snow Billy also says that he was the individual who was instrumental in getting Tekashi 6ix9ine's career off the ground. And what you find out, man, is that if what Snow Billy is saying is true, that Snow Billy's really kind of the guy behind this shit. Because all these other dudes like Mel Murder and Shotty and these guys, right, that were like talking real big and shit, he basically belittles those dudes. I mean, he gives Shotty props in some respect, but at the same time, man, he puts those dudes beneath him, and he's just like, yo, those dudes were like front guys. Those dudes were like faces. You know what I mean? And like Snow Billy's talking about how when he went to the, quote, mountains, in other words, when he went to prison in the state of New York, he's talking about, man, like nobody knew who Mel Murder was. Like Mel Murder wasn't even like a major factor out on the, you know what I'm saying? Like in the upper echelon of gangdom, of like the gang universe. Like he, you know, like Mel Murder was putting in work on the streets locally, but like niggas that's locked up that are like big chiefs and shit, like they're like, who the fuck is Mel Murder type shit back then? And man, listen, man, if what Snow Billy is telling is true, if 99% or even fucking 75 or 50% of what Snow Billy's saying is true, man, listen, dude, there's so much shit going on, man. The feds are on top of it. And then listen, and then he makes some other statements about how, like, his ex-girlfriend, his ex-wife, or whatever, right? You'll have to check it out. Like, you'll have to cross-reference all the data. He says, like, 2 women that he's been with have had something to do with law. Like, I swear he said that the first woman that he was with or whatever, one of the 2 women that he's been with, One of them was like a police officer, a cop or some shit. And then, like, I swear the guy goes on to say that the woman that he's been with, like, recently is a federal prosecutor. So then you look at all this other information where these people are saying that he is working with the feds. I'm not saying that he is. Listen, I don't know if he is. But he seems to not give two shits about letting shit out the bag about what he's been involved in on some level. You know what I'm saying? That by some accounts could be construed as some type of, like, I don't know, man, like RICO shit or crimes. So people tend to believe that he's in some way protected by law enforcement, which, again, I don't know if he is or not. I don't know if he's working with the feds, and I'm not saying that he is, but a lot of people are saying that he is. And he's disavowed his affiliation, former, apparently, affiliation with Nine Trey's, and he's calling him out, man, and he wrote a book, and he's got a whole, like, video presentation, man, like documentary ongoing where he's exposing Nine Trey, and he's telling what he says is the truth about them. And so they're on this smear campaign mission to discredit him because they don't want for motherfuckers to know the truth about them because they were trying to take his power, man. He started some of this shit with Nine Trey and Treyway, and he's the one, by the way, he modeled his record label, his company, after Death Row Records. He literally modeled it, like intentionally, deliberately, purposefully modeled it after Death Row Records. So it's not like Shotty was just talking about they're the new Death Row Records, like just off the cuff, like on the fly, like spontaneously, as if it were like the first time. Nah, man, he got all that intel and all that indoctrination from Snow Billy. But you see, 99% of the audience, well, I'd say like 90% of the audience wasn't following that and didn't know that. They just thought Shotty was just like popping off at the mouth saying some outrageous shit in the courtroom, you know what I'm saying, wherever he's been on camera recently, you know what I'm saying, in jail and shit, prison, you know what I'm talking about, on that little video monitor and stuff, when he did that little interview and shit where he's talking about he don't bend, you know, break and fold and shit like that. Yeah, man, he apparently, man, according to what I've been seeing and what I've been hearing from Snow Billy, he's beneath, that is under Snow Billy, and Snow Billy is above him in the hierarchy, and Snow Billy started a lot of the shit, man, with regard to Treyway, and was like with Nine Trey way the fuck back in the day. And some cats were saying that OG Mac, who started the East Coast Bloods, supposedly started the East Coast Bloods, there's even people that have speculated that he was an informant himself, that he was a snitch. I'm just saying, I'm not saying that he was or he is. I'm just saying that's what some people are saying. So then you've got other people that are poking fun at Nine Trey, saying that Nine Trey has turned into a mostly snitch set. That Nine Trey is a snitch set. I'm not saying that it is. There are a lot of people in Nine Trey Gangsta Bloods, and I know they're not all snitching, you know what I'm saying? But people are laughing, man, and they're pointing fingers and shit, and they're like, yo, so many people inside Nine Trey supposedly are telling and snitching, but yo, man, Snow Billy, check out his intel.